and I love the tongs. So you got to have tongs in your kitchen,
Heck yeah.
especially if
Oh,
they
tongue.
have silicone at the end. They don't tear anything apart.
Yeah, and I'm short, so they also are good for things that are on the top shelf you can't reach.
Yeah, exactly. You knock them over, grab or anything, right?
Yep, that's what I do.
Oh my gosh.
Good morning, MOMnation. It is Real Estate Katie, and I am back with one of my favorite people, Wendy Thibault. And you will see why she's my favorite. Not only is she super sweet, cute, and from New Hampshire, where I'm from, guys, but she helps a mama out because we're going to be making a meal, a rush hour chicken fajita meal in 10 minutes. Right, Wendy?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about you before you get started and we watch this amazing thing unfold before our eyes.
Well, this is going my 9th year with Pampered Chef, having Pampered Chef business. And before this, I was working outside the home. I got into this because I hated to cook, and this helped me make quick and easy meals, plus great flavor and variety for the family, which they still love. And they actually are doing it themselves too. And so we swap off meals times because they can do it now too. I'll give them the recipes and they're good.
You are a brilliant woman.
Stuff.
You have gotten your family to cook now. Look at her brilliance.
Yes.
We could learn
and
from
my
you.
daughter, who's on her own now, does it too. She's like, okay, what can I take a Pampered Chef from your kitchen and use in my kitchen? So she's cute.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So rush hour chicken fajitas. Why do we call it rush hour? Because it's quick?
So this is amazing because this, in the winter we get busy, we stay inside, we don't, we get home from work or wherever we're taking the kids, we just don't feel like cooking. So if you have freezer meals and you can take even a Sunday or your day off and just plan for even a couple of hours, we have files for freezer meal workshops, and I'm taking this file from our comfort food, and there's family favorites and different types of like soups and chilies, so where we can make 5 to 7 meals that you can put together and freeze. And then that gives you, whenever you don't feel like cooking, you can either take it out the day before, the night before, or actually if you have an Instapot or quick cooker, you can throw it in there and it can go quick and easy because it can be frozen at that point. So you have choices in that area. So I picked rush hour chicken because fajitas, because one, my family loves it and they'll be happy tonight because they'll have this meal. And two is it's super quick and easy, and I can show this to you in about 10 minutes, and then it's only going to take the time to cook it after that. So it's pretty good.
I love it. So is this recipe located on your website? Because I have your web address for recipes in the show notes. Can our mamas find it there? Or there's
they can put rush hour chicken fajitas, and they will find it on in the Pampered Chef site. Yes. And if anyone's interested in doing a freezer meal workshop, I'm actually going to do, I've done one on Zoom before. I'm going to be doing one in February where you can purchase your seasonings through me, or if you have something like it, you can use it in that. And it's going to take about a couple hours. You want to figure. I send you the whole file with what you need for groceries, pantry products, things that it also gives you suggestions what to have with that meal. And it also gives you instructions on how to cook it. Nice. So you get all these easy things. It's quick and easy. Yeah.
That's what we need, mamas, these days. We do too much, Wendy.
Way too much. And we have to learn to, and I've been learning even at my age, creating the boundaries so I know what's most important for me, and get rid of the fluff that really doesn't matter. Yep. And that can be very challenging. And we need to know that we have to do some self-care on the side too. So by taking this investment and doing a 2-hour or 1 hour, depending on what you want to do, you can even pick 5 of your favorite recipes your families love, put it all together and go shopping and do that as your freezer meal workshop for yourself. So the variety is there. It's just a matter of taking the time to put it all together in the prep work. And then believe me, I've done it a couple times now. That was one of my goals for this year. and it has saved me so much time during the week. It's been great.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's nice.
Yeah.
It's so nice. Just
Yeah.
de-stress. My goodness. We have so many things that we are not in control of that are so stressful.
Right.
We might as well
Right.
de-stress as much as possible.
Exactly. And if you can make a healthy meal, then you don't have to worry about it or going out for dinner, drive-throughs or whatever, and not eat the junk and feel terrible afterwards,
Exactly.
knowing that you're going to have a quick and easy meal. So, yeah. Pretty
Exactly.
cool.
All right. So,
Okay. So this is what we're going to do. So I suggest you can either, with freezer meals, you're either going to get freezer bags. This is what I've always used. I know getting out of plastic is important, and I get that. Haven't found a real resealable bag yet that I could wash. I know we do have them at Pampered Chef, but it's for me, it's not the largest.
okay.
If you're cooking for one or two, not a big deal. For doing freezer meals, family, I would go and look up anything on Amazon. The kitchen stores have them now, resealable, that are BPV free, that you can reuse them. See, I don't reuse these, so I'm not being environmentally smart right now. So this is what I'm using because that's what I have, and I will in the future, especially in the February workshop, have the resealable bags and get those because I'm going to get into that. So we have one bag. In this one, it tells you what to do exactly. So I'm opening one of the bags and I'm just putting the chicken in, and it's chicken tenderloins. It says 1 to 2 pounds. So depending on how big your family is, you choose.
And I like that you're putting it in the bowl because I wouldn't have thought of that because, I'm not kitchen savvy and mine would have been all floppy jalopy everywhere. So I assume that you're putting it in there for ease.
Exactly. You learn by experience.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because I've had messes in the past. So this makes it so much easier. Whether you have a batter bowl or glass bowl, something that it will allow the bag to stand is your best bet.
Yeah, that looks
So we're just
real slick right there.
I know. And I love the tongs. So you got to have tongs in your kitchen.
Heck yeah.
Especially if they have silicone at the end. They don't tear anything apart.
Yeah, and I'm short, so they also are good for things that are on the top shelf you can't reach.
Yeah, exactly. You knock them over. Grab or anything, right?
Yep, that's what I do.
Oh my gosh. And so in here, I'm just adding, we have Chipotle rub, one of our favorite family rubs. It's a combination of fajita and taco. I consider this seasoning.
Ooh.
And it's really, really good. So you're supposed to add 3 tablespoons. Now, if you don't like a lot of spice, obviously cut it back, and you can always add more as you're cooking it. My family likes spice, so we're doing the full 3 tablespoons.
We do too out here in the Southwest.
Oh,
Everybody
I bet
likes
you
spice.
do. I think my husband could really live out there.
He probably would love the food.
Oh my gosh, the hotter the better for him.
My husband's the same way. Puts Tabasco sauce on everything, like his eggs. And I'm thinking, geez, dude. But yeah, everything.
How do you do that,
So funny.
So now after I've got that in there, you just want to knead it through so that the flavors are going through. So as you're doing this, remember you're marinating. So if this is going into the freezer and not, your night meal, it's going to be so yummy once it comes out and thaws and even tasty.
Well, and then I loved your idea about throwing it in the slow cooker because that is so easy and it makes the house smell so good.
It does. It does. It gives that nice cozy feeling in the winter, when you don't want to cook.
Exactly.
And then we are doing another bag for the veggies. So that's bag number 2. So I put that bag aside, and then a great tool here is a veggie wedger. We're just doing peppers.
Wedger. What's that?
This is a pretty cool thing. You put the veggie in. I've already cut and peeled the onion. It's quartered. And so you just slide it back and forth, get it into the grooves. Sliding on me here for the grooves. There we go. And you have a little tough-ended onion over here.
It's giving you a hard time?
Yeah, it is. I should have cut the end off more, but here we go.
Look at that. And you have all your fingers. See, for me,
You
I
have it
get
all
nervous
wedged.
about chopping
Exactly.
stuff.
Yes, me too. So you just have it. If you want to, make them thinner slices, you can. My family does. So I'm just going to add a few extra, just a slice, and we're just going to cut them in half again. And then you just throw them in the bag. That's all you're doing.
Looks like you have a nice chopping knife there.
Okay, this is my go-to for everything. This Sentoco, our professional knife. This is the one investment I highly suggest because it lasts for a lifetime. It has a lifetime warranty to it, and it has the air pockets. So we use a lot of veggies, and I have to use this one because it just goes through everything,
Oh yeah,
and
like
you can.
butter.
Oh, totally. And we do have a knife honer. So what that does is over time, your knives, you'll see these little divots and it will start to feel like it's dull. Well, all you need is a knife honer to go through 4 times on each direction, and it will literally take your divots out. So you got a new knife again.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yes. And you do not ever, with professional knives, you don't ever want to put them in a dishwasher, and you want to wash them by hand and then dry them.
And you don't want to
So that
use them if they're dull or kind of pulling like that, because that's when you lose fingers.
you lose fingers, you get frustrated, you're like, what the heck is going on? And yeah, things could get pretty messy and flying everywhere at that point. So yeah.
We've had a few kitchen disasters in my.
You have?
Yes, fortunately.
Oh no.
Yeah, we've been to the emergency room once or twice.
You?
No, my husband.
Oh,
I know.
oh no.
Poor
He's
thing.
gonna
One of
need
them,
some knife gloves.
well, one of them was on like that banjo thing, which he doesn't use anymore because for obvious reasons. And he was just slicing away. And I don't know if he wasn't paying attention, but he sliced a little too much. Yeah.
Oh
Not
no.
good.
There was no guard on it that came with it?
I
For his
just don't
fingers?
remember. I wasn't present because I'm allergic to kitchens. But I was home.
You're so funny. Next, we're going to do, now this is a very big pepper. And this is the first time using a pepper on this big. Okay, that goes right through.
Oh,
there
wow.
we go. So there we go. So that's how quick and easy that is. And you're just going to do quick slices and throw them in.
So we got onions, we got red pepper so far.
And we're going to do green pepper. Okay.
So far, super simple, and I can do all of this, Wendy.
Right? I know you can, Katie. I know you can. And the top, I use the top. So you just slice it up any way you want. Why waste it?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Makes it quick. So as you can see, having a good knife makes all the difference. And it doesn't take any time at all. So I'm just using, just a couple tools that I use all the time. It's between this and this quick slice is about the same thing, where it slices more. And you could use that instead too. You don't have to use this. You could use the quick slice, which is right here, and you could do it all at once. And you have your slices thin and evenly. So this is the one I use more. It did call for a veggie wedger. My preference now that I've used this is this, but the onion is a little tricky because the blades are a little less sturdy, so that they do give for your peppers and tomatoes and stuff, so it doesn't it's just, it has more serrated to it,
so it doesn't crush it.
Correct.
Yeah,
that was the word I was looking for. And this one is better for the onions, but you can do an onion in there if you cut it in half and not do the whole onion.
Gotcha.
Because then you won't bend your blades. But see, here's my other knife I used. Just decided to pick that one up, I guess. So the chef's knife is great when you're cutting your meats and your big squashes, because this is a smaller Santoku. So cutting the hard squashes is kind of difficult because it gets stuck halfway through. So you want a long 6 to 8 inch chef's knife for the bigger veggies. Okay. So we've got veggies done. Now we're going to add garlic, which I love this. Now here's my sleeve. This is not even touching garlic into peel. I don't know if any of you got some peels in there. I hate peeling garlic. I hate it.
It's a
It
pain
gets
and then
stuck in
it's
my
sticky.
nail. Oh my gosh. So look at this. Ta-da.
What?
Took it all off. Yeah.
That is genius.
And then we have a garlic slicer. So it's asking for just 2 garlic cloves. So we just rub silicone, pop it out.
That is awesome.
Oh, isn't that awesome?
Yes.
Absolutely love this thing. And then we're just going to add, as you can see, I'm slicing the garlic in there.
Wow. That is
So that's
easy. And garlic is so much of a pain to cut. So that's so awesome.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And you don't get the oils all over your fingers, you know?
Right.
So this is just at the very end. But to clean it, you just take out this whole thing, and then it just goes in the dishwasher.
Nice.
So it's quick and easy. And then after I do the garlic, I add 1 tablespoon of oil.
And now what kind of oil do you typically use?
I love olive oil. That's always been my go-to. I will also use grapeseed oil if I'm doing a high heat, because it doesn't burn if I have to cook something that's high heat. I also like coconut oil. That's one of my favorites. Family doesn't like the coconut per se, but it's okay. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
So then you squeeze as much air out as you can. And actually, we're done with that. So I just want to flatten it, because if you're going to put this in the freezer, you want to make sure everything is flat, because you can have one more bag to keep them all together. So if you have a little bit of air, just make sure you burp it. Okay. Then what I do is the third bag is I put what it is and the date. Very important, because you don't want anything going, too long and find it at the bottom of the freezer and the date is right and it looks yucky.
Exactly. We just talked about that in our declutter challenge that we have happening this week. So super important.
Oh, yes.
Label.
Yes, exactly. So then this is it. Then once you're done, according to what they say for the instructions, I label it, put it in the bag, and off to the freezer it goes. Or if you're not going to freeze this one, then you just put it aside in the fridge. Don't need the third bag and cook it for dinner. So and that's it. And
so when it's time, pretend it's time. Now what do you do with it?
Okay, so now what I do is there's also a little instruction card that can come with it, unless you print out your directions or however. I prefer to print them out and put them in a small sandwich bag and stick it in there, so I know how to cook it if I'm not proficient on what it's going to happen. And then that would be frozen. So for me, I most likely will use the rock crock and go in the microwave, or my Instapot, depending on if I thawed it or I didn't, or the time that I need. We just got a new stand for the rock crock, so I absolutely love this, because this is the ceramic pot that takes 752 degrees in heat. So you can use this in the summer, and I use it on my grill, because we also have a pizza stone that I use on the grill, and it's just phenomenal. It keeps the heat retained, it cooks evenly, it's dishwasher safe. It can go in the fridge, the freezer, and then in the oven, stove top, microwave. It's just like an all-in-one cooking surface for a pot.
That is awesome.
And then this new slow cooker stand I love, because they've added a rubber gauge around it so that it doesn't move around as much like the old one does, or it did. And then we have a low, high, warm, and what's this say? Dispenser off, just to turn it off. Cancel, time, temp. So you can make your temperature adjustments too, which is nice. So you don't have to have it at the high. So I would just literally just open this up, throw it all in, turn it on, and depending on 4 hours is usually high, 8 hours is usually low. So you gauge your timing on that.
And then
And so
that's it.
that's it.
Wow.
You're done. One
Wow,
and
I'm
done.
impressed. Perfect.
Super, super easy. So that's that. And the recipes for the freezer meals are really super easy too, which I love. And they're cost efficient, which is another saver that you can, choose when you're choosing your recipes. Choose maybe 2 or 3 chicken and then buy your 5 pounds of chicken, especially if it's on sale, or your meat, or however protein, whatever you're going to use. Gear your recipes to that, what you like, and then you can easily put together a freezer meal workshop for yourself.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And then if, you make a little bit extra, hey, pop it in the fridge and use it as leftovers the next day and make your next day just as easy too.
Exactly. Or if you really like it, double up every single recipe and throw those in the freezer too, and you'll have more than enough for meals for at least,
Awesome.
almost a month. Yeah.
Wendy, we love having you. You are so helpful to our mamas.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Can you please send me the link or the information that you have for your upcoming freezer meal so that I can share that with the group?
I definitely will. I will get that out to you by the end of today.
Awesome. I love it, Wendy. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And for those of you who want to follow Wendy, like I said, I have her link for her recipes in the show notes. I have her Facebook page in the show notes, her group in the show notes. Like if you are a kitchen person, some of us aren't, but most of us are. If you are a kitchen person, Wendy is the girl that you need to know.
Oh, thank you so much, Katie. Thank you for allowing me to come on again and share. I love to do that.
Absolutely. It's so fun. I can't wait to have you on again.
Okay. Oh, thanks. Enjoy your day.
Bye, Wendy.
Bye.